Good evening, everyone. And welcome to the December edition of Great River Arts Open Mic Night. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I regret that I'm not dressed more festively. We searched long and hard around here for even like a Santa hat, and shockingly we could not find one. Now what's gonna happen is tomorrow when we move a box, we'll find one. That's just how it is. It's always how it is, because I wanted to be festive. You all are gonna be festive, so that's okay. We'll get started in enough. Oh wait, I forgot. So the last couple months I've been bringing you my monthly series called 10-Year-Old Humor. Not my 10-year-old, my nephew who is 10 years old, and now he likes to send me jokes because he knows this is coming up. So here was his submission for this month. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? What? A stick. I'll be back with more next month. He sent me a couple. I chose that one. Our first guest tonight, he might not be stupendously honest. He might not even be extremely honest, but he is fairly honest. Fairly honest John, come on up.
How's that? Everybody like that?
Yeah.
Anybody out here like to go fishing? You sure? I didn't see anybody raise their hand. They must not like to go fishing. Well, that's about it.
Oh no, what's he got? What's he got? Oh, no. You should be afraid. Careful.
Okay, this is going to get really good.
I didn't even recognize him.
Well, here you all are, all your lovely fishermen and hunky fishermen, right? Well, back in the day, my friend Roy and I, we used to go fishing out in Oregon. And we'd go over on the bridge and we'd go to the Clackamas River and we'd fish for sturgeon. Now I know all you people from Minnesota like them little fish, but I like big fish. So I had a 13-foot pole with 300 yards of 80-pound test on it. And you take that pole and you cast way out there, because you got to get in the middle of the lake and get down about 100 feet deep to get the big fish, because we don't want them little stinky little fish, do we? No. So then we cast it out there, and I put a railroad spike on it to have for weight.
How big is the spot?
About this big. About this big. Plenty of weight to get all the way down to the bottom. Then you put your lawn chairs out there, and you get a couple brewskis, and you put a bell on the end of the pole. And you sit there, and you wait for that bell to ring, and then you got a fish. Then you reel them in, see? Well, we'll sit there about an hour, hour and a half, no bite. So I thought I'd reel it on in and check the bait. Well, I reel it on in, and darned if it didn't get stuck on the rocks down below there. And I got that 80-pound test, and I'm pulling on that. I'm pulling on that. I'm trying to get that loose. And all of a sudden, boom, it come up. And that railroad spike hit me right in the eye. Okay. And I fell flat down on the cement. And I was wallowing around like a poison pop and flopping around on there like a crippled crappie. And my buddy, Roy, he picked me up because I was bleeding real bad. And he put me in his little Datsun. And he drove me up on the top of the hill to the hospital. And I got to the hospital, and they bandaged up both eyes. And I said to the doc, I said, Doc, why you bandaged up both eyes? I only hurt one. And he said, well, if you move your eye, this one will start bleeding again, and you could get glaucoma. And I said, well, I don't want that. So I go home with both of my eyes bandaged up. And I got this 5-year-old boy I'm raising by myself. Well, this ain't gonna work. So I had to go to this other town and stay with his family there so they could watch my kid and me because I couldn't see. And every week they'd have to take me to the eye doctor. And they'd take that little patch off of there and they'd clean that off and they'd put that back on. But I couldn't see nothing for 3 months. Well, the nurse that came in to take care of me, oh, she sounded beautiful. And I was fairly single at the time. And I figured, well, this just might work out. But then I'd get home and I'd say, John, you don't want to deal with this. She might be easier to jump over than to walk around. Don't get your hopes up. This ain't going to work. But every time I'd go there, oh, that angelic voice, oh, and I worked on that pretty hard. Well, then I go in there and she says, well, it's time to take off your bandages. And I said, oh, good. So she took off the bandages and I looked and she was just gorgeous. Oh, man, and I had her going then, man. We're going on us a hot date here. And she gave me a mirror to look at. You want to look at your eyes? And I said, sure. And I looked at them, and I got ill from the way they looked. And she said, look what you've done to my new dress. You ruined it. You take your funny-looking mustache and your craggly eyes out of here, and make sure you pay your bill on the way out. And I'm going, oh, man, this ain't working out at all. So then I decided, well, I wouldn't go fishing with a railroad spike anymore. That's not good. But I have been fishing, and I have caught some fish. And I'm telling you, I've caught some pretty good fish. I got it! Wow! So don't go there.
I spent a lot of years growing up on Leech Lake in north central Minnesota, and I spent a lot of time fishing on that lake. I've never caught a boot, but I did catch a tire once. It was a little tire. I think it was a trailer tire. Man, I was like 8. I thought I had caught the biggest fish ever. And my father just looked at me and said, "Give me the scissors." Clip. Back down it went. Cliff, why don't you come on up? We'll get you set, okay?
I see what you're gonna do. I'm gonna have to fish with you. And after that, I'm gonna have to tell you there's something for you here. You're going outside and you're staying in there and you're making everybody have something fun. But now I know what you're gonna say, so you better listen as I say. Don't you dare go, and don't you dare stay. And there's nothing for you to say, unless if I say it. Gently I will say it. Here I am. It is now time. It's now time to stay away from it all. Why do I care? I think it's time for you to know that I think it's time for you to go all the way through. It's gonna be a slow day for you. And now we're gonna go. And that's the end of this weird song. I think it's time for me to tell me I know what I'm gonna do. But something really weird happened. I woke up this morning feeling crazy. And after that I said, don't you dare go there. Because if you do, I'm gonna throw my shoe. When I'm talking to you, I come looking for you. I got nothing for you today. The things I seen is crazy to say. I say it's time for you to know. You say it's time for you to go right now. Oh my goodness, what did you do to me? I was standing there in the middle of not stand to be. But now I see what you're gonna be. Listen to what I say, and I will have to say good night. I cannot win when the world will lose. On the lake, you catch too many fish, and then your boat tips over, and then you fall down, go boom. You fall in the river, and then you fall down, go boom. I'm crazy and nuts when no one's there. I could not even eat those apricots. But now the world will ever tell the stories that I've heard. sitting and you're not moving, and you better look this time, because they're coming for you. Alrighty then, who's ready for some pineapples? The pineapples will be coming for you, sir. Okay. There's too many people running down the street. I'm feeling like no one seems to see anything with me. Solo coming for you. I got a solo standing in the way for you. Just give me something to think about, something to say, something to pay. But you do it anyway, and now this is what I say. Don't run away, don't you ever pay. Holy smokes. That was a long.
One more for us, Bliss.
I'm trying to go for one more on the. Oh, I guess I have to. There we go. Now I'm gonna get that. Oops. Okay. First off, let's test out the. Let's try that one. This one's good. Oh yeah, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I see what you got now. You've got to see what you got, son. So here we go. There's nothing for you to look for, and now we're getting good. You get yourself a space pad, and then you get nuts, and you go out there and you get your dots, those fruity dots you find in the candy store. Where do they come from? We don't know. Maybe they come from space. Who knows? Maybe they came from beyond the grave. But remember one thing. Don't ever underestimate the power of music. because folks like you give instruments a good name. And the name is Welcome to the Klestra Channel.
And there it is. Thank you everybody for coming tonight. Just a couple of brief announcements because today is December 2nd, which means it's a very special day. How do I know? Because I looked it up. Guess what today is, besides December 2nd? It's National Mutt Day. It's Safety Razor Day. It's National Fritters Day. How many of you have ever had fritters? See, I haven't. I've had goulash, but never fritters. And it's National Bartender Appreciation Day. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're going to take a second here because I'm going to have to lower the microphone a little bit. But while we do that, why don't I welcome, and I want all of you to welcome to the stage, her first time ever here at Great River Arts, Marley Hamilton.
Hello, I am Marley Hamilton. I'm going to be reciting a poem by Albert Bigelow Paine, The Kooky Nut Trees, A Tale of the Pillywinks. Oh, the Pillywinks lived by the portals of Loo in the land of the Pillicumwees, where gingerbread soldiers and elephants grew on the top of the kooky nut trees. And the Pillywinks gazed at them, wondering how they could get at those goodies so brown. But the gingerbread danced on the kooky nut bough, and the elephants wouldn't come down. But along came a witch of the Pillicumwees. To the Winks she was friendly, I guess. For they said, at the top of those kooky nut trees are some treasures we'd like to possess. And Tree quickly replied, I can show you the way to obtain all the gingerbread men, and the elephants too. And this verse you may say, and repeat it again and again. Pillicum, willicum, pillicum, wee. Winkety, winkety, up in a tree, wankety, winkety, tippity top, down come the kooky nuts, hippity hop. Then all of the Pillywinks stood in a row and repeated this beautiful song till the elephants eagerly hastened below and the soldiers marched down in a throng. And for many long years by the portals of Loo, the Pillywink people you'd see, enticing the gingerbread goodies that grew at the top of the kooky nut tree.
Bless your heart. When I was your age, I could have never done that. I would have been too scared. We want you to come back, by the way. Will you? Yes? Probably, she says. Good, good. Anybody else that'd like to come up tonight? Well, again, thank you everybody for coming tonight. Real quick, because I have to do this, because they pay me to do it. A couple of quick announcements about events coming up.